103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now for a preview of this Ottawa University Braves basketball broadcast, here's KOFO's David Potter.
And welcome to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show part 2. Once again, I'm David Potter, still hanging out here in Wilson Fieldhouse, ready to bring you men's basketball between the OU Braves and the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes. The Braves coming into this one on the heels of two huge, exciting victories. One of those came on the road Monday, where they trailed Southwestern down in Winfield by 16 points with just 9 minutes left. But they hit the accelerator, started forcing some turnovers, knocking down shots, came all the way back to pick up a big road win. Then they followed it up Wednesday with a blistering, fast-paced game against Bethany, up and down the court. OU led by as many as 11, but down the stretch, Bethany came up with some big shots repeatedly, pulled it to within one numerous times. But OU showed tremendous fight, never surrendered the lead. Led by Logan Bollinger's 32 points and a great performance by Hollis Mitchell. They ended up holding on for the victory, and perhaps the most memorable play in that one, the Braves up by only 1 or 2 and had an inbound, and of course Bethany had gone to a full court press at that point. Hollis Mitchell took off down the court like a wide receiver running a go route, and Jacob Needing underneath the basket looked like Tom Brady delivering an airstrike to him. Hit him perfectly in stride. He went up to go up for the layup, and that put the Braves up by two possessions. Perhaps the play of the game on that one, and might have been the play of the game the other direction had Needing not been so on point with that pass. So high risk, high reward play, and it was high reward in that situation. But that was an exciting one to watch, perhaps the most exciting Braves basketball game we've seen yet this year. But at any rate, now the Braves sit at 7-6 for the year. They are tied for 5th in the KCAC, and things are looking up for them. They have back-to-back home games now against this KW team that's only 3-9 or 3-9 in conference play, and then they host Oklahoma Wesleyan, who's sitting at 4-8. So if they take care of business in these games, they'd be looking at a 9-6 record in KCAC play and pushing for the top 3 or 4 in the conference, depending on how things go above them. But if they were to drop either of these games, they're back to around 500 and with a loss against the team in the bottom half of the conference, and that's what they want to avoid. So far, they've at least been able to take care of business against those teams below them in the standings, and now they've actually notched a couple of victories against teams like Bethany and Southwestern that are more the kind of quality wins that Coach Siebenthal is wanting them to pick up. So you don't want to let your foot off the accelerator now. You want to keep things going and see if you can push that lead up to 9-6, and doing it or getting the opportunity to do it at home is definitely a boost for them. On the Hoop Talk show that we had Thursday night, we didn't actually get to talk to the coaches this week. We did get a great opportunity to talk to the players, though. We talked to Alex Hasty and Cameron Lindsay, and Hasty said that they're taking no one lightly at this point, that anyone can beat anyone in this conference, that this Kansas Wesleyan team may only be 3-9 right now, but they came very close to beating OU the first time they played. And so they'll need to stick to that mentality, as OU did show in Salina that this Kansas Wesleyan team is still capable of being dangerous, even if they haven't racked up a whole lot of wins on the season. We will go ahead and take our first break of the Wise Guys Construction pregame show, and then be back with more. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO.
Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, on what sets them apart as your trusted source for residential and commercial construction.
We're not a handyman service. We're a professional licensed construction company. We're not only licensed in Ottawa. With our license, we can work anywhere.
Which means?
No matter what the project or where, you get a licensed contractor every time. We've been in business for 13 years. Our experience and customer service are what keeps us in business.
Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Welcome back to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. We're, of course, live in Ottawa at Wilson Fieldhouse, where the Braves women just knocked off Kansas Wesleyan 62-51, and now the men's team hoping for a similar result, sitting at 7-6 in conference play and playing a Kansas Wesleyan team that is 3-9. And if you didn't catch the game in Salina back in November, it was a close one, but it gave OU their first conference win and kicked off a 4-game winning streak. OU took an early lead, but the first half largely went back and forth. Emeka Okoronkwo probably had his game of the year so far with Cameron Lindsay out and did a lot to keep OU in it on the road, but the Braves were trailing 48-48 at the half after starting off the conference season 0-2. Things looking kind of dire at that point. But then the Braves came out with some motivation in the second half and took an early lead, and though Dub was able to tie it back up, OU never trailed after that. Hollis Mitchell hit some clutch free throws down the stretch to salt things away for the Braves, and they won it 79-76 after a much lower scoring second half. Okoronkwo finished that game with 22 points and 7 rebounds, while Hollis Mitchell chipped in 12 points and 6 assists. Interestingly, Logan Bollinger and Titus Rice combined for just 15 points on 7 for 27 shooting in that game, which in a way I actually think was a good thing for OU. With Mitchell and Okoronkwo forced to kind of shoulder the load and take over, and then Devin Perez generating some good offense off the bench, hitting 4 threes in that one. This team really showed for the first time that it could go on the road and pick up a win, even with their top 2 scorers unable to get things going. And from there, the Braves got Cameron Lindsay back in the next game. They'd win their next 3, and they went on the road to beat Oklahoma Wesleyan, notched wins over Bethel and Sterling to complete that 4-game winning streak. And then the season's been a bit back and forth since then, as Tabor and Friends were able to win fairly easily, and then they fell to St. Mary coming right out of the holiday break, but they beat McPherson soundly, and after a disappointing end to that York game where York pulled away, they really made a statement this past week, again with those 2 games I mentioned earlier against Southwestern and Bethany. As for Wesleyan, things have just not gone well in KCAC play. They interestingly got an early win over McPherson, who is currently last in the conference. Then the OU loss dropped them to 1-2. They lost to Southwestern, but beat Bethany to move to 2-3. So things were looking all right at that point. But then they just sort of fell off a cliff. They lost 3 straight, picked up 1 win over Sterling, and then they've lost 3 more since, including a blowout loss to a struggling McPherson team Wednesday, which gives them just a 1-6 record in their last 7 KCAC games. So it's a team that started off not great, but at least okay in conference, and things have just sort of fallen off for them from that point. As far as what you can expect to see from this team, unlike some of the other teams that they've played recently, they're not going to look to really rush the tempo and score 100 points a game. They aren't going to put up a ton of three-pointers the way we've seen some teams like York, St. Mary, and Bethany, another team that shoots a lot of threes. Wesleyan a little more tempered in their approach to three-point shooting, although they do shoot well from behind the arc, hitting 37% of them this year. Not a bad percentage at all. But defense has really been the problem for them more so than offense. They've been able to generate just under 80 points a game, about 79 points a game, shooting 45% from the floor, but they're allowing opponents to shoot 48% from the floor, giving up too many good looks from three, or just really having some bad luck. Either way, they're allowing opponents to shoot about 40% from three-point range. And this is a Braves team that is really coming on in that department after hanging out around 28-29% from beyond the arc. They're now up to hitting 32% of their threes on the season. That number has steadily gone up over the last couple weeks of play here, so we'll hope to see that continue. Two players will score in double digits, and both of them average more than 15 points per game. That's guard Ryan Hill scoring 16 and grabbing about 5.5 rebounds a game to lead the team in both areas. He's also tied for the team lead in assists, so he can do a little bit of everything. And then Dominic Johnson averages 15 points a game and leads the team in steals with 28. He also has 26 assists on the steal, so he can, on the season, so he can move the ball around. But the steal is the biggest thing they have to look out for from him. Overall, this has not been a great rebounding team. They've done all right on the offensive boards, but not been dominant. And then overall on the boards, they have been out-rebounded this season, but so have the Braves. So that's been a bit of an area of struggle for both of these teams. As for the Braves, Logan Bollinger coming off of 62 points in 2 games. He's up to averaging 17.5 points per game this year. He's flipped Titus Rice for the team lead in scoring. Rice still averaging just a touch under 17 points a game, though. And then you've got Cameron Lindsay really coming on strong, averaging double digits a game, just over 10 points a game, also leading the team in rebounds per game. And we are about ready to get the opening festivities started here, so we will go ahead and take our final break. You've been listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life. This message brought to you by the Kansas Radon Program, the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
In Wilson Fieldhouse, where they are announcing the starting lineups. So we'll take our final break and then be back with the tip-off. You've been listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Tip-off is next on KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
7:30 on the clock. 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 7:30 on the clo
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. Now let's rejoin KOFO's David Potter, courtside for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
Welcome to Wilson Fieldhouse and Braves basketball. We have just tipped off the Braves with the ball to start things off. And Titus Rice goes into the lane and turns it over. Ball knocked away. Coming back the other way, Wesleyan Dominic Johnson goes up and gets the finish on the fast break. And the Coyotes strike first, up 2-0. Braves wearing gold, moving right to left, and Wesleyan in purple, moving left to right. Your normal starting lineup out there for the Braves: Hollis Mitchell, Cam Lindsay, Titus Rice, Alex Hasty, and Logan Bullinger. There's Bullinger missing a three. Cam Lindsay able to get the offensive board and then have it stolen by Trent Edwards, point guard for Kansas Wesleyan. Now here's Ryan Hill off to Johnson, back into the hands of Edwards to set things up. On the right wing now they work it down to the big man, Jacob Lunds, working against Titus Rice. A bit of a mismatch there. Jacob Lunds with a running hook, missed. Logan Bullinger pulls down the board. Lunds is 6'7", and not a skinny 6'7" either, so he's a bit of a load to handle. He's the team leader in blocked shots, averaging just over 1 block per game. Here's Alex Hasty with a little runner in the lane, doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded and coming back the other way by the purple. Dominic Johnson in the corner, defended by Cam Lindsay. Now swings it into Lunds down low, kicks it out to an open three-point shooter. No good. Rebound, same team. Lindsay and Bullinger look like they were fighting for it for a second there. Bullinger ends up with it. Braves will take it down the other way. We're 2 minutes in. Braves down 2-0. Now Titus Rice driving and tries to kick it out, but Dominic Johnson gets into the passing lane. Now taking it all the way on the fast break, and he makes it 4-0. Now full length of the court pass from Hollis Mitchell to Hasty. He kicks it out to Titus Rice for three. It's in and out. Rebounded by Dominic Johnson. Braves unable to get any offense going here through 2.5 minutes. Corner three for Wesleyan, good, and they're up 7-0. There's Ryan Hill, team's leading scorer, hitting the three. It's 48% of his threes. He doesn't chuck up a lot of them from out there, but he knocks them down if you leave them open, as the Braves did right there. And they've dug themselves a little early hole. Here's Hollis Mitchell. Like he might have been fouled after the jump shot there, but a long two. Inefficient shot, and he missed it. 3 minutes in, the Braves still looking for their first points. Here's a long three by Dominic Johnson, nothing but net. And the Coyotes out to a blistering start, up 10-0, and the Braves want a timeout. It's going to be 30 seconds. We'll be right back. The Braves down early here on KOFO.
This is Lou Baker at CarStar Ottawa. Our technicians are highly trained, ICAR certified repair experts. We provide continued education for our employees and the latest equipment to ensure the highest quality repairs. We work hard at staying your #1 collision repair shop. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax, we'll take it from here.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Welcome back. Jeremiah Brooks has just substituted into the game for Alex Hasty after missing the last 3 games. It's an illness. Finally back on the court and looking to provide the Braves with a little energy, and he'll draw a foul as he missed the shot but went up for his own rebound, and big Jacob Lund just went over the top of him to try and get it. They both fall to the ground. It's going to be the first foul called either way in this one. So Brooks comes in and immediately makes a difference with an energy play, getting to the basket, and then going up for his own board. Hollis Mitchell to inbound, gets to Bollinger. Hands it back off to Mitchell. They try a little give and go, and Bollinger unable to haul in that pass. They turn it over, and they're still down 10. Trent Edwards to bring it up for Wesleyan. Half-court man-to-man defense for the Braves. Kick it over to Terrell Gandy, who gets it down low to Lunds. Now a scramble for the loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing in Wesleyan's direction, so they'll maintain possession. Nice job by the Braves of getting in there after that low bounce pass to the big man. He wasn't able to field it cleanly, and they almost took advantage. A drive and a kick out to Terrell Gandy for three. Missed. Cam Lindsay almost tipped that out of bounds. Decided to just let it go all the way out. The Braves will take over. Hollis Mitchell to bring things up the court. Just under 4 minutes into this one, Wesleyan has been shredding the nets early. They're up 10-0. Lindsay hands it off to Jeremiah Brooks. Now Titus Rice looking for a driving lane, kind of creates one, draws the foul. Is before he went up for a layup attempt. So he'll stay on the ground, on the floor. Now 2 team fouls on Wesleyan. Lindsay to inbound, finds Jeremiah Brooks working down low, has a shot blocked by Lund. Now it's quickly coming back the other way. Ryan Hill finds Lund in transition, but he put the ball on the floor when he probably didn't need to, and it went right off his foot and careened right out of bounds. Hollis Mitchell gets a screen from Brooks and then passes it over to him. Now, dangerous pass stolen by Gandy. Fast break, goes up high off the backboard. That shot affected by Brooks, who went back to go up. Did not get the block, but caused the miss. Now, Brooks feeds Bollinger down low, kicks it over to Cameron Lindsay. Now an open long two for Brooks, who is fouled on the attempt by Terrell Gandy. Brooks will head to the line, and he has had an immediate impact on this game. Again, after missing 3 straight due to an illness, he's making his presence felt in a big way in the early going here. First free throw attempt rolls in, and the Braves are on the board, but it took 4 minutes and 38 seconds to get there. Brooks, a 67% free throw shooter, hit exactly 2/3 of his free throws coming into this one. Now he's 2 of 2. And the Braves are on the board, down just 10-2. Get that monkey off their back by scoring. Here's Dominic Johnson on the right wing. Finds a wide open shooter in the corner for 3. He got it. Wesleyan just can't miss right now as Ryan Hill knocks that one down. 13-2. Hollis Mitchell running to his right. Gets it to Cam Lindsay. Wants to back his man down. Now spins. Tries to find Jeremiah Brooks on the other side of the court, and it's knocked away by Wesleyan out of bounds. So Lindsay will come over to inbound along the sideline here. Dominic Johnson right there to defend the inbound. And get it over to Hollis Mitchell without any trouble. Being defended by Trent Edwards. Takes a bit of a bump there on the perimeter. Now Logan Bollinger tries to drive, then kicks it out. Mitchell loses control of it. Long pass the length of the court. Cam Lindsay tracks it down to get the steal. Now Lindsay wants to take it all the way up, and the floater misses. Rebounded by Dominic Johnson. Trent Edwards once again pushing the pace. Gets it over to Hill for an open 3. Hits it. Wow. They cannot miss. And Wesleyan is up 16-2. Rice uses the screen, drives, loses the ball, but they're going to call a foul. It's going to be called on Dominic Johnson. His first, that's 4 team fouls quickly picked up by the Coyotes as Jacob Niedig comes in for Cam Lindsay. But Wesleyan up 14. There's a quick jumper off the inbound. by Logan Bollinger. He had it blocked, but Lunds immediately with a hard body foul afterward. And that's going to be number 2 against Lunds, and 5 now on the team. And Raul Neri, a 6'6 junior out of El Paso, is going to come in for Lunds, who will sit with some foul trouble early on. Bollinger hits the first free throw to finally get another point on the board for OU. Second free throw. Up and in. Braves down 12 now. Trent Edwards once again brings it up for K-Dub, moving left to right. Swings over to Ryan Hill, who's hit both of his three-point attempts so far. Now Edwards looking to drive, lost track of it off his own leg, and then it'll go the other way. Braves get the ball, forcing the turnover there. It'll be Nedig bringing it up the court. Mitchell switches over to the 2. And will hand it off to Mitchell, but back into Nedig's hands. Brooks with the ball out on the wing. Sends it back to Nedig. They want to get it to Bollinger, but he's having a hard time establishing position against a big guy down there in Neri. Now a loose ball. Nedig dives for it, and Dominic Johnson falls on top of him doing the same thing. And that'll be foul number 2 on Dominic Johnson. And foul number 6 against Wesleyan. OU yet to commit a foul. And so Wesleyan in some foul trouble with 2 starters on the bench with 2 apiece. But they're still up 12. But this is an opportune time for the Braves to try and cut into that as Marcus Ellis, the sophomore, comes in to replace Dominic Johnson, who already has 7 points today. Now they try and get it to Bollinger. Pass knocked away, but now this is going to be another foul on Wesleyan, as Neri hit the ground, and lucky he didn't injure Brooks there as he kind of rolled up under him. But now Brooks will go to the line for 1 and 1, as that's already 7 fouls committed by Wesleyan. None so far on the Braves. We're less than 7 minutes into this game. Brooks hits the first free throw. Devin Perez going to check in for Titus Wright. They're kind of a small lineup in right now with Nedig, Mitchell, and Perez all in. And then your 4 is the 6'3" Jeremiah Brooks, who hits or misses the second free throw there. Bringing it up is Jamon Fulton, the 5'9" junior for Wesleyan. And they get it into Grant Sylvester's hands. Now Fulton getting out to Ellis. Drives into the lane, nowhere to go with it. And that ball just off Neri's chest as he wasn't really expecting the pass. The Braves forced the turnover. They're still down 11, so there's work to do, but it's almost exclusively bench players in right now for Wesleyan. So it's a great time for them to do some damage. Perez gets an open 3, hits it, nothing but net. And the Braves are down 8, 16-8. Fulton looking to drive, took a handful of steps there, then kicked it out. Now back into Fulton's hands. Working on Perez out on the right side. And swings it over. Ryan Hill, the lone starter on the court, throws an errant pass. Stolen by Hollis Mitchell. Gets into the lane. Now a nice job by Marcus Ellis of getting into the passing lane there. Knocks that away out of bounds, but OU will maintain possession. Okoronkwo is going to come on for Hollis Mitchell. As Perez inbounds along the baseline. Get it into Okoronkwo, who finds Nedig at the top of the key. You get Nedig over to Devin Perez. Meck with the ball, gets it to Bollinger at the top of the key. Under 10 on the shot clock. Meck to drive off the glass, rolls off, and they're going to draw the charge against him. Neri underneath, drew the contact. Coach pleading his case that Neri slid underneath him. Referee shakes him off. And that'll be the first foul of the game on the Braves. called against Emeka Okoronkwo. Trent Edwards back into the game now. Works it down low to Neri. Defended by Logan Bollinger. Looking to back him down. Now a fadeaway. And no contact whatsoever. Bollinger is standing there in disbelief as he was called for a foul on the shot. If there was any contact at all, it had to have been Neri putting his knee into Logan Bollinger as he kind of brought his leg up on the fadeaway. He misses the first free throw. The second one goes in. 79% free throw shooter on the year. Coyotes lead is 9. Nedig bringing it down for OU. Devin Perez working it around to Okoronkwo. Jeremiah Brooks at the top of the key. Traveled. Took a little hop there before trying to pass that one down low. We're going to see Alex Hasty checking back into the game for Brooks now. Fulton to bring it down for Wesleyan. Again, they're up 9. Find Grant Sylvester, defended by Nedig. They want to get it down low. Neri's even calling for it. That pass tipped, and he had to come out to get it. Now he goes up for the jump shot, but he nails it. And pushes the lead back up to double digits, and Wesleyan wants a timeout now. .30-second timeout by Wesleyan, and we'll take a break ourselves. The Braves down in their early going here, 19-8.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we are back. Cody's up 19-8. 11:05 here still to go in the first half. Coming off a made jumper by Raul Neri, the backup center for Wesleyan. Wesleyan has 2 starters sitting with 2 fouls apiece, but the Braves have not really been able to take advantage of that so far. Here's Okoronkwo. Tried to use a screen, ran into his own man, and now loose ball results in a steal going the other way, and a hard foul by Devin Perez as he went up to try and block that shot by Trent Edwards, and Edwards will go to the line. Titus Rice is going to come back in. So is Cameron Lindsay. Edwards is 74% free throw shooter. And Mitchell is going to come in as well. First free throw is in, pushes the lead back up to 12. Mitchell, Lindsay, and Rice in. Perez, Okoronkwo, and for the first time, Bollinger coming off to get a break. Edwards for his second free throw. Up and rolls in. We're looking at a 13-point game here. Wesleyan looking for just their 4th win of the conference season. Lindsay out to Titus Rice on the wing, gets it over to Nedig. Mitchell driving, might have gotten away with a little forearm there, finds Hasty. Hasty dumps it back out to Mitchell. Mitchell looking to drive, a little off-balance floater, not the best shot, and he misses. Rebounded by Marcus Ellis. Ellis wants to take it all the way, off the glass, no good, and going to go out of bounds. Last tapped by Jacob Nedig. So the ball stays down here on the right side. The Wesleyan Coyotes in purple moving left to right. Braves wearing their gold home jerseys, moving right to left. Jermaine Fulton looking to drive, gets into lane, has it blocked by Committee down there, and then fouled as he goes up after collecting the ball. They're going to hit, I believe, Cam Lindsay with that foul. Now Fulton will head to the line, a 77% free throw shooter. Very short on that one. 10:01 remaining here in the first half, and the Braves have struggled to score. They're down 21-8. Fulton's second free throw is good, and it's a 14-point lead. The biggest of the game so far for Wesleyan. They're doing this with two starters on the bench, and it's going to be a foul on Fulton. And once again, Mitchell might have gotten away with using his forearm to clear a little space there. But that's team foul number 8, and now Mitchell will go to the line for a pair of free throws as Ryan Hill, the team's leading scorer, goes to check in for the big man, Neri. So Wesleyan going to a very small lineup here, where I think 6'3" guard Marcus Ellis is the tallest player they have on the floor. Excuse me, they do still have Grant Sylvester. He's 6'4". But still, both teams with pretty small lineups out there right now. Mitchell calmly hits his first free throw. Number 2 is good. It's a 12-point game. The Braves need to step it up on both ends of the court here to close that gap. Fulton swings it over to the left side, where Trent Edwards defended by Titus Rice. Working into the corner, and the entry pass down low, tipped by Grant Sylvester and out of bounds. And the Braves are able to force a turnover. And Coach Anthony Momsen, in his first season at Kansas Wesleyan, is following the referee up and down the sideline, screaming at him, and has already been a warning issued by the referees for differences of opinion with calls. There's Cam Lindsay knocking down a long 2 to pull the Braves to within 10. Trent Edwards gets it down low to Sylvester, working against Logan Bollinger back into the game. Here's a little one-handed fadeaway miss, but an offensive board by Ryan Hill. And we'll swing it over to Trent Edwards on the left side. Trent drives, kicking over to Marcus Ellis, goes around a moving screen. Fulton now with an open 3, misses, rebounded by Titus Rice. The screen right in front of the referee, and no call whatsoever. Titus Rice now has the ball knocked away as he goes up for a layup, but going to be a foul called on Trent Edwards. That's his first. But Titus Rice will head to the line for a pair of free throws as the Braves are trying to chip away at this lead. Rice, nice release, hits the first one. And now 6'3" Garrison Gillard will come in for his first action of the day. Comes in for Marcus Ellis for Wesleyan. Averages about 9 minutes a game. Not a big contributor. Titus Rice hits that second free throw to pull them to within 8, 22-14. Ryan Hill, pull-up jumper, long 2, hits it. I don't think Hill has missed a shot yet. Here's Cam Lindsay on the wing, fakes his man out, go drive, hits the little floater and pulls him back to within 8. Trent Edwards getting into the lane, going to be fouled on the floor. We're going to get Cam Lindsay for that. That's number 2 on him. Needing's going to check in for Cam Lindsay. They want Hollis Mitchell to move over to the 2. Needing is going to play the 1. And there's Needig, a little too physical, trying to deny the inbound to Garrison Gillard. So the Braves are evening up the foul column very, very quickly. That was their 6th. They had none as of 3 minutes ago. There's a missed 3 from the corner, rebounded by Bollinger. It's into Hollis Mitchell's hands. turns around, scoops it over to Bollinger, who drives. Little floater in the lane, no good. Hasty tries to tip it out to Rice, but Trent Edwards is there to get the rebound for Wesleyan. And now Gillard going to be called for a charge as he ran right into Logan Bollinger before dishing that one off at the last second. 8:02 to go here in the first half. Braves still down 24-16 in this one. Needing to bring it up the court. Mitchell positions himself on the left wing. Bollinger has it out on the right wing, and he's going to draw a foul from Ryan Hill, and that's going to be foul number 2 on Hill now. He's one they can't afford to lose, but he's going to have to come out as Keon Criswell gets ready to check in, and they're reaching deep into their bench now. Again, this is the time where you want to make your move and make up some ground with all these reserves in for Wesleyan, and they're slowly starting to do it now as Bollinger hits that free throw to cut the lead to 7. Bollinger at 3 points now. 24-17, 7:54 showing on the clock here in the first half. Bollinger's second free throw is in. 6-point game. So the Braves have cut a 14-point lead down to 6, but they've still got some work to do. Gandy with the ball, swings over to the left side. Is Criswell. Gillard feeds the post. He's Raul Neri working on Bollinger. The little hook shot rolls in. A nice move by Neri. That breaks a little scoring drought for Kansas Wesleyan. Needig swings it over to Titus Rice at the top of the key. Here's Hollis Mitchell. Hasty on the baseline, gets to the basket, misses the layup, but grabs his own board. Good hustle play by Hasty. Here's Titus Rice working into the lane. Now ran into a couple of players, gets it over to Hollis Mitchell. Nice long 2-point jumper there by Mitchell. Faked his man out, cleared the space, and pulled up. 6 inches further behind, it probably would have been a 3. 6-point game. Ball is in Garrison Gillard's hand. And he'll hand it off to Criswell. Looks to drive, and that's going to be a charge. He lowered his shoulder going into Jacob Needig. Wesleyan racking up fouls here in the first half. Since that was an offensive foul, no free throws, but the Braves do get the ball. The lead is 6. They can cut further into it here. Dominic Johnson has 2 fouls, but he's going to enter the game for Trent Edwards. Needig over to Hasty, over to Titus Rice on the left wing. Back into Nedig's hands. They'll find Hollis Mitchell, works it down low to Bollinger, but that's going to be a second foul on Criswell, trying to deny the entry pass into Logan Bollinger. And Bollinger's going to go to the line for a couple of free throws. He, of course, a 91% free throw shooter on the season. He's already hit a pair tonight. First free throw is good. Lead cut to 5. It's been as big as 14. But the Braves have been slowly chipping away at it for about the last 7 or 8 minutes here. Bollinger hits the second. Lead is down to 4, 26-22. It's Gillard bringing it up the court. It's over to Criswell. Criswell and Dominic Johnson, he's playing with 2 fouls. There's a 3 by Dominic Johnson. He hits it. He has 10 points now, despite missing some time with foul trouble. Here's Titus Rice getting it all the way to the basket, laying it up and in, and he's hurt as he hit the floor hard. They're not stopping play. Rice in pain on the other side of the court. Dominic Johnson hits the 3. They never stopped play while Titus Rice was laying on the floor underneath the other basket. And they allow Dominic Johnson to come down and hit a 3 before stopping play. And so now it's an 8-point game. They stopped play briefly here, so Titus Rice can come to the bench. Devin Perez comes on instead, and that was an officiating error there, as you do not let play continue after a made basket and allow the other team just to run 5-on-4 on the other side. The referees were apologetic as Logan Bollinger hits that shot from the post there to pull the Braves back to within 6. The Braves officials apologetic to the Braves coaching staff, but you can't allow that to happen. That resulted in a 3-point swing in this game. The reach and foul on Devin Perez puts the Coyotes into the bonus, and now Dominic Johnson, who has 13 points in limited playing time, will go to the line for 1-1. 5:43 to go here in the first half. Johnson's first free throw rattles in. The lead pushed to 7. Second free throw is up and rolls in. Back to an 8-point game, 34-26. Needing to bring it up for OU. Bollinger gets it to Brooks, goes in, and off the backboard and in. Nice finish by Jeremiah Brooks. Back to a 6-point game, 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Criswell travels, and the Braves will take over. Will inbound along the sideline as Grant Sylvester will check into the game. Criswell comes off. Now Nedig working to his left, over to Bollinger for an open 3. Top of the key, got it. And the Braves make this a 3-point game. That's the closest it's been since very, very early on. As Wesleyan jumped out to a 10-0 lead in this one and hasn't really looked back, but the Braves have slowly chipped away, and now it's a one-possession game. There's Fulton kicking it out to the long 2-point shot, missed, rebounded by Nedig. Nedig bringing it up the court, defended by Fulton. Get it down low to Jeremiah Brooks. Brooks working his way in now. A little fadeaway jumper off the glass is no good. Rebounded by Grant Sylvester. Sylvester swings over to Dominic Johnson. Been a huge score today with 15 points. Now he'll get it over to Sylvester. He had a foot in the lane and stood there for several seconds. No call, and now they get the shot underneath the basket to go. Now on the other side, Jeremiah Brooks off the backboard and in. So Brooks continues to be a good energy guy for the Braves off the bench. The lead is 3. Fulton trying to get his way to the basket. It's going to be a foul called against, let's see who it's against. It's Brooks. 2 shots for Fulton now. Fulton has 3 points on the day. And that one rims out. Trent Edwards comes back into the game for Wesleyan. And the referees have to stop play as number 5 just checked in for Kansas Wesleyan, but there is no 5 on the roster. And so they need to straighten this out with the scorer's table because Kansas Wesleyan doesn't have a 5. So we're waiting to find out who this ghost player who has mysteriously wandered onto the court for the Coyotes is. So for the illegal substitution, that's going to be a technical foul against Kansas Wesleyan. So before Fulton can shoot the free throws, Logan Bollinger is going to shoot a pair on the other end for the Braves, as a mysterious ghost man illegally walks onto the court for Kansas Wesleyan, which there are strict rules against that. Since it's an administrative technical foul, it is apparently only 1 free throw for Bollinger, which he hit. So I do not have a name for this mysterious number 5, so I will continue to refer to him as a ghost player, as Fulton takes his free throw and pushes it to a 3-point lead for the Coyotes, 37-34. Like when you're playing baseball as a kid, you don't have enough to field the whole team, and you have to have a ghost runner on the bases. Here's an open three for Perez. He knocks it down and ties the game back up for the first time since 0-0. 37-37, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Wesleyan working the ball around. Here's Grant Sylvester down low, misses from point-blank range, rebounded by Bollinger. Niedig bringing it down. Now peels out, resets the offense. Now Niedig picked up his dribble. He's in some trouble. And the Braves are going to call a 30-second timeout to bail him out. 3:02 to go here in the first half. We're tied. You're listening to KOFO Sports.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO Sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
We are back. We have a name for the mysterious player who illegally checked onto the court for Kansas Wesleyan. Is Xavier Smith. So we'll no longer be referring to him as a ghostly apparition wearing a purple jersey, which is more fun, but this is more accurate. Here's Logan Bollinger in the lane, goes up, knocks it down, and the Braves have their first lead of the game, 39-37. 2:40 to go in the first half. Smith over to Edwards at the top of the key. Edwards looking to drive, goes around Bollinger. Bollinger got a little too much contact on him there, trying to affect the shot. It's going to be foul number 2 on him, and Eric Stark prepares to check back into the game, or actually into the game for the first time. Bollinger will probably sit the last 2:36 after picking up foul number 2. Braves up 2. Edwards can tie it up with these 2 free throws here. First one is short, no good, as Stark comes in for Bollinger. Second free throw is up and rattles in. It's a 1-point game. Braves up 39-38. 2.5 minutes to go here in what's been an emotional first half, as the Braves been down by as many as 14 after Wesleyan scored the game's first 10 points, but have battled all the way back. Now turnover as Brooks dribbles off his foot. Trent Edwards into the lane, draws the foul, misses the shot. Niedig is going to be called for his second, I believe. Nope. Yes, they are going to call it on Niedig. That's his second. And Edwards will go back to the line. 74% free throw shooter. Just missed one a moment ago. This one is good and ties it back up. 2:17 on the clock. Titus Rice is going to check in for Niedig, who likely will also sit for the remainder of the half in foul trouble. Edwards' second free throw is good, and the Coyotes have regained the lead. Hollis Mitchell brings it up, swings it over to Brooks, over to Perez. Now, back into Perez's hands. Wesleyan being pretty handsy with their defense here, and Titus Rice, what a take. Gets into the lane, splits 2 defenders, just knifes in and gets off the backboard for 2, and that regains the lead for the Braves, 41-40. Here's Ryan Hill, kicks it over to Trent Edwards. Wanted to drive, but backed it off after Devin Perez cut that option off. Here's a long 3 by Hill. Short, and it's going to be a foul pushed in the back, I believe, on Stark. It is on Stark as Neri went up to get that offensive board. And as both teams are in the double bonus, Neri will go to the free throw line for a pair of shots here. Doesn't go to the free throw line often. Came into this one 11 of 14. Misses the first. 1:30 exactly left in the first half. Braves clinging to a 1-point lead. Neri's second free throw rolls off, rebounded by Jeremiah Brooks, so they'll hold on to that lead. Hollis Mitchell set things up for the Braves. Mitchell finds Titus Rice on the wing, wants to drive, now has it knocked away, but right into the hands of Perez. Here's Eric Stark with a little jumper, and no good. Now battle for the loose ball, won by Wesleyan. That's going to be a reach on Eric Stark, trying to knock that ball away. And that sends Trent Edwards to the line once again. Now we're going to see a rare early game appearance by Jalen Thompson. Likely for Stark, who also has 2 fouls. Alex Hasty also preparing to enter the game as Edwards hits a free throw to tie it up. Hasty will come on for Brooks. Edwards on for Stark. So you've got Mitchell, Perez, and Rice at guard. Then Alex Hasty at the 4 and Jalen Thompson the 5. Second free throw rims out. Thompson can't hold on to the rebound. So it's a tie game. Wesleyan could take the lead here. Here's Smith with a nice take, or excuse me, Ryan Hill with a nice take and reverse layup to get the 2-point lead. 52 seconds left in the first half. Here's Titus Rice calling for a screen. Wanted to drive, kicked it out to Jalen Thompson. It's knocked away. And that's going to be over the back as Hollis Mitchell tried to regain possession and touched it with a foot on the other side of the court and then tried to regain his dribble on the wrong side. Braves down 2. Here's Hill kicking it over for a 3 by Smith. Missed, but Neri with the offensive rebound. Three-second difference between game clock and shot clock, and Fulton just going to let the shot clock run down. Hill gets it over to Smith, drives up and under, no good. Put back, no good. Now a blocked shot, and Perez, I think, is going to get hit with a foul. Looked like he rose up and blocked that one by the much bigger Raul Neri, but must have made some contact as well, as Neri will go to line for 2 with 7 seconds on the clock. He missed both his last pair of free throws. Neri hits this one. Number 2 is good. And it's a 4-point lead for the Coyotes. 7 seconds to go, so the Braves will have to hustle down and try and get a shot away. Hollis Mitchell gets the inbound, takes it across half court. 3 seconds to go, gets all the way into the lane. It's blocked. That was Grant Sylvester rising up to swat that one away. 9/10 of a second, so enough time just for a catch and shoot. Mitchell the inbound. And a long inbound is just tipped away by Wesleyan, and that's going to end the first half. Frustrating first half for the Braves, although they were able to come all the way back down from 14. They will be down by 4, 45-41 going into the break. We'll go ahead and take a break and then be back with the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And welcome to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling, residential or commercial, get the electric advantage for your project. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. And just as a bit of community service here, I wanted to let everyone listening in the Ottawa area know that I have a report of a couple of missing dogs we are trying to find. There are two brown tan German Shepherds, one male, one female. And they live at 2092 Eisenhower. They're in Ottawa. So if anyone sees those two German Shepherds, and those are big dogs, they're hard to miss, so it should be fairly easy to find. Please let Kathy know by calling 785-418-2760. Again, her name is Kathy at 418-2760, and she's looking for her two German Shepherds that have gone missing. So if you can help her out, we ask that you please do. Just be on the eye out for a couple of German Shepherds, brown in color. And hopefully we can get those back to her and reunite those dogs with their family. But as far as basketball is concerned, the Braves are down 45-41 here. Kansas Wesleyan came out just shredding the Nets on fire, up 10-0 after scoring the game's first 10. They led by as many as 14, but worked their way into foul trouble very quickly. And with a number of reserves getting a little extra playing time in the first half, the Braves were able to, they never went on any huge runs, but were able to slowly chip away at that lead. And even though they were down by as many as 14, were eventually able to use that foul trouble to take a lead of their own, although they got themselves into foul trouble at the same time. We've got 13 total fouls on the Braves and 14 on Wesleyan, so a lot of whistles there in the first half. But Kansas Wesleyan able to end the half on a little bit of a run of their own, and they take that 4-point lead going into halftime. 14 first-half points for Logan Bollinger. He was able to lead the way, but had to sit the last few minutes himself with two fouls of his own. As the Braves have 5 different players with at least 2 fouls right now, but Wesleyan dealing with similar issues on the other side. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break and then be back with more of the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to OU basketball here on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Eric Crowley with Advantage Electric. On the court, teams look for any advantage they can get. When it comes to your electric needs, whether residential, commercial, or custom, we're your advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call today at 785-418-1218.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Hi, I'm Sophie Evan, and I'm 6 years old. Getting your teeth clean is fun and easy at Dr. Hale's office. I think you should take your kid to see Dr. Hale, too.
Schedule your family's appointment at Dr. Hale Family Dentistry at 242-1800.
And welcome back to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here from Wilson Fieldhouse in Ottawa, Kansas, where once again the Braves down 45-41, showing a lot of heart and getting back to within 4. And actually they took the lead there toward the end. They last led about 2.5 minutes to go by 2 points, but Wesleyan was up by 14 less than 6 minutes in, and the Braves had to battle their way back. Again, Logan Bollinger leading the way in that effort with 14 points, 4 rebounds here in the first half. Jeremiah Brooks has contributed 7 off the bench. Again, he had to miss 3 straight games due to an illness, but he has immediately made his presence felt with 7 points and 2 boards. Did turn the ball over 3 times, so that's not ideal, but he's still getting back into the swing of things. Hollis Mitchell, 4 points, 3 assists. Titus Rice and Devin Perez with 6 points apiece. Perez hit both of his 3-point attempts and one of those to tie it up. It was a big shot, but he's also managed to collect 3 personal fouls. As he has 3, Logan Bollinger, Cameron Lindsay, Jacob Needing, and Eric Stark, all with 2 apiece. Now, Stark doesn't play a lot of minutes. You can live with him in a little bit of foul trouble, but, Needing gets a lot of playing time as the alternate point guard when Mitchell's not out there. Cameron Lindsay, obviously a big part of this team, and then Bollinger, a huge part of this team with 2 fouls, so they'll have to watch things, especially in the early going here in the second half as far as the foul situation is concerned. We're going to go ahead and take another break and then be back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203. Online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care. Close to home, close to your heart.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. I'm David Potter, bringing you OU Braves basketball today, and they are down, or the men's team down 45-41. Of course, the women's team got the big win in the first game. I want to mention this one more time before we have to start the game back up, and I probably won't have another opportunity, but we do have two missing dogs that we're looking for, trying to reunite with their owners. It's two tan German Shepherds on the loose, one male, one female. They live at 2092 Eisenhower in Ottawa. And if you happen to see those, please call Kathy at 418-2760. And if you don't have the number, but you're out and about and see them later, just call the station, and we'll be happy to give you that contact information again so we can reunite those dogs and their owners. But back to basketball, Braves down 45-41. They'll have to buckle down to try and erase this lead and build one of their own, as Wesleyan's going to get some players back from foul trouble. Brian Hill was limited to just 11 minutes in the first half. Jacob Lunds, the starting center, picked up 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes and sat after that. You also had Dominic Johnson, their leading scorer, who ended up coming back into the game out of necessity later on. He scored 15 first-half points, but he sat a considerable amount of time. So they'll all be back in the game to start. So the Braves are going to have their work cut out for them here in the second half. We'll take one more break and be back with that second half. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
It's the annual store-wide clearance sale at Messenger's Home Furnishings in South Ottawa. This is one of the biggest sales of the year and includes every category in the store. Reclining furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, youth furniture, sofas, chairs, end tables, and much, much more. Save on closeouts of Serta iComfort, iSeries, and Perfect Sleeper mattresses while they last. Long-term interest-free financing is being offered, or you can use our free layaway and pay it off with your upcoming tax refund. Messenger's Home Furnishings is located just west of Sirloin Stockade on 23rd Street in South Ottawa. Ottawa.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a lifelong Ottawa resident, I'm proud to be a supporter of OU Braves athletics and wish the teams good luck this season.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
We're back in Wilson Fieldhouse. They got halftime, or second half started a little bit early, so Logan Bollinger came down and made a quick shot, but then a quick response on the other side puts it back at a 4-point lead for Wesleyan. We're 30 seconds into the second half. Bollinger with the ball kicks it out to Titus Rice, and here's Hollis Mitchell on the left wing. Starting lineups back onto the court for both teams. Alex Hasty handing off to Cam Lindsay. Lindsay pulls up for three. You know, they'll say a long two, missed anyway. Trent Edwards looking to drive, tries to find Jacob Lund moving toward the basket, but missed him. That'll be a turnover for the Coyotes. Wesleyan turned it over 9 times in the first half, and the Braves turned it over 11. So despite the number of points that were scored, it wasn't the cleanest first half. Just both teams shot very well from the floor. Wesleyan 48%, and actually ditto for OU. Here's Hollis Mitchell. Pull up 2. Partially blocked, but fouled. And he'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Mitchell at the line. He's got 4 points today. He misses the first free throw, which is rare for him, a 76% free throw shooter, very reliable at the line. Knocks down the second one, and it's a 3-point game. Trent Edwards brings it up and gets it over to Ryan Hill. Hill defended by Hasty. Bollinger and Lund both fall down underneath the basket. Then they get up and they get it down underneath 2 Lund. Well, they're working around the perimeter. Edwards defended by Titus Rice. 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll hand it off to Hill. Hill, the fadeaway over Titus Rice. No, Logan Bollinger with the board. Gets over to Cameron Lindsay, and it looks like he might have fallen with the ball, which would have been a travel, but no call. Titus Rice fakes his man out, now goes for 3. Got it! Ties the game up at 47. Pump fake drew his man into the air, and then he knocked it down. Now a long 3 by Dominic Johnson. Missed, but offensive board. Put back attempt is good by Terrell Gandy. Wesleyan wants 30 seconds. We'll take a 30-second break as well. Coyotes up 2 here in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we are back in Ottawa at Wilson Fieldhouse, coming out of the timeout. Wesleyan up on the Braves, 49-47, about 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the second half. So still plenty of time left, but the Braves would like to take a lead and really establish it rather than just hanging around, which is what they've done since they caught up from that early deficit. Here's Mitchell on the baseline. Kicks it out to the shooter, Titus Rice, has his shot blocked. Nice job by Dominic Johnson. He was faked out last time down, and Rice made a 3 after drawing him into the air. This time he didn't bite, and was able to block the 3, knock it out of bounds. Hasty with the ball at the top of the key, drives and kicks it out. Cam Lindsay, the floater in the lane, good. Got it, and we are tied back up at 49. Dominic Johnson, who missed a long three just before the timeout. Here's Lunds in the lane working against Bollinger. The hook shot goes. Lunds doesn't shoot often, but hits 60% when he does. Most of his shots come right around the rim. Rice finds the backdoor cutter. Cameron Lindsay just a little too hard off the backboard, misses the layup. Got to hit those bunnies. Here's Lunds with the ball again down low. Titus Rice will help out a little on him. Logan now back into Lunds. Bollinger defending him, and Lunds gets that one to fall off the spin move. Andy draws the foul. That's Alex Hasty calls for the foul, his first. Jeremiah Brooks trying to check in for Hasty as Lunds goes to the free throw line. Not an accomplished free throw shooter. Hits 65%, not terrible, but not incredibly reliable either. Dominic Johnson's going to come out of the game, and Tremaine Fulton checks on. Or excuse me, Jamon Fulton. Lunds hits his free throw, and it's back to a 5-point lead for Kansas Wesleyan. OU just can't seem to crack the code to catch all the way up and then take the lead. Hollis Mitchell looks to drive. Dish at the last second, goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Bollinger, so another turnover. Fulton to bring it up for Wesleyan, defended by Hollis Mitchell. He'll dump it off to Hill, swings it over to Trent Edwards. Now, steal by Hollis Mitchell. Mitchell waving in and out, pulls up at the elbow, misses the jumper. He didn't have numbers, needed to just hold it up there and find a better look. Pull-up jumper is never what you want when you're outmanned on a fast break. Just slow it up and let your teammates come down and join you so you can run something. There's a baseline drive stolen by Cam Lindsay. That's coming back quickly the other way. Lindsay is going to pull up. Misses it. Titus Rice can't get the follow through to fall, but he's fouled from behind. So 2 consecutive fast breaks. See the Braves pulling up for long 2-point jumpers. It's not fundamentally sound choices for OU as they're just trying to do a little too much to get back into this game. Rice calmly hits the first free throw, and the lead is back down to 4. And second free throw, no good. 54-50. Ryan Hill with the ball, defended by Jeremiah Brooks, sends it over to Edwards. Edwards wants to drive up to the pick and roll. Now here's a corner three by Hill, and he drains it. He has 15 points now. Mitchell finds Cam Lindsay. Now over to Jeremiah Brooks. He drives off the glass and in. Nice move by Brooks. But they're going to need a stop. Matching him point for point, not going to work. Now Lindsay gets into the passing lane, then gets the save as he almost knocked it out of bounds. Coming back the other way, here's Hollis Mitchell over to Brooks for the short jumper, miss. Coach is yelling at him to take it to the rim instead of pulling up for that jump shot. And the right. There's nobody between you and the basket. Don't shoot from 10 feet away. Here's Bollinger taking his man to the rim. There's going to be a foul. I believe that's on Lunds. If it is, it's number 3. And it is. Third foul on Lunds, and they'll immediately make the switch to Raul Neri. Bollinger goes to the line for a pair of free throws. Bollinger's first free throw is good. Trent Edwards also going to check out for Wesleyan, and Marcus Ellis comes back in for his first action in the second half. Bollinger set to take his second free throw here, would pull it to within one possession. And rimmed out, a rare miss by Logan Bollinger, but that's going to be a lane violation down low on Ryan Hill. So Bollinger will get to atone for the missed free throw. takes a breath, puts it up, and knocks this one down. So he makes the most of his second opportunity. It's a one-possession game, but the Braves need a stop. Here's drive by Gandy, and the runner is in. So they don't get that stop. They've been hard to come by for him today. Here's Cameron Lindsay for three. Short. Titus Rice able to knock the rebound into Bollinger's hands, and he gets the follow. It's back to a three-point game, but Siebenthal not happy with the method of play. And we're going to have a full timeout. So we'll take a 1-minute break and then be back with more. Braves are down 3, still fighting in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages. And get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse. The message during that timeout that Wesleyan is switching and playing off of the Braves when they have the ball, and to be aggressive and take the ball to the rim and stop pulling up for the long jump shot. We'll see how the Braves receive that message as they give up a shot off the glass there, and the lead is pushed back to 5. Jacob Niedig preparing to check back into the game for OU. That'll be his first action in the second half. Lindsay gets it out to Hollis Mitchell, who's going to reset the offense. Defended by Fulton, way out away from the basket. Gets it over to Titus Rice. Rice looking to drive, loses the ball. It's knocked out of his hands, though, so the Braves will maintain possession. Brooks comes out, Niedig comes on. Niedig will play that sort of small forward position for the Braves. Lindsay to throw it in, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Titus Rice working on a smaller player, gets to the basket, spins around, it does everything but go in. It hung there on the rim for seemingly a few seconds, and then finally spins off for the miss. Still a 5-point game. Ellis gets it down low to Neary, working against Bollinger. Going to be a charge. He bulldozed him to the ground, trying to back him down. Neary picks up foul number 2. Heads-up move by Bollinger to absorb the contact, and he didn't get the foul. Too often you see post players trying to just fight off that contact, and then sometimes the foul ends up going the other way. If you absorb it, the referees can see who's initiating it, and it makes it easier to draw the charge. Here's Cam Lindsay down low, kicking out to Niedig. Back over to Lindsay, fakes the three. Cross-court pass over to Titus Rice. We're under 10 seconds on the clock. Rice into the lane, and one, gets it to fall. Draws the foul. I think that might be number 3 on Neary. And it is. So both Kansas Wesleyan's big men sitting at 3 fouls now. They're going to send Dominic Johnson back into the game for Terrell Gandy. They leave Raul Neary back out on the court as their main big man. Jacob Lund still sits, also with 3 fouls. Rice could make this a 2-point game with his free throw, and he's got it. 61-59, Braves fighting their way back, 12:45 to go. Fulton being a little careless with the ball out there at the top of the key. Swings over to Ellis. Now Dominic Johnson thought about a really long 3, then decided against it. Now they swing it back to him. They get it into Marcus Ellis' hands. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, wants to kick it back, now wants to go up with it. And Titus Rice got a little of his Well, if they got him on the head, trying to go for that block. And that is going to send Marcus Ellis to the free throw line, where not a terribly efficient shooter, 65%. First free throw is good, and now we're going to see Grant Sylvester make his first appearance of the second half as Ryan Hill comes off. Second free throw for Ellis. Short, rebounded by Titus Rice, so the lead is still 3. Mitchell to bring it up the court for OU. Cameron Lindsay defended by Dominic Johnson. There's going to be a foul away from the ball. I believe that's going to be on Grant Sylvester. It is. 16 fouls on the Coyotes compared to 2 for the Braves, so the Braves will be in the bonus on the next foul. There's the inbound to Bollinger. Quick jumper, rolls in. 1-point game. Braves hanging in, but they want to switch the scoreboard, flip the script, and get back on top here. Neri picks up the dribble, now hands it off to Sylvester, kicks it out to Fulton. Fulton now wants to drive, gets all the way to the rim, but short, rebounded by Logan Bollinger. Mitchell to bring it up the court, defended by Fulton. Over to Cameron Lindsay, almost lost it as Dominic Johnson got in there on the pass. Bollinger with the ball at the elbow, hands it off to Hollis Mitchell coming across from his left. Now gets it to Cam Lindsay, fakes the three, starts to drive in. Now finds Niedig at the corner, thought about the three, but he's not a three-point shooter and wisely decides against it. Now shot clock running down. Titus Rice for 3, nailed it! And the Braves go up by 2. Braves up 64-62. They take their first lead of the second half off Titus Rice's corner 3 with the shot clock running down. Clutch play by Titus Rice. Now here's the drive by Sylvester. And they're going to call a charge. Not a lot of contact there, but needed had position, and they'll call it. That's foul number 7 on the team. Foul number 2 on Sylvester. And now the big man, Jacob Lund, is going to check back in for Neary. Braves up 2 with the ball. 10:43 left here in the second half. It's been tight most of the way, at least since the Braves came back into the game. They were down by as many as 14 in the early going as Wesleyan came out on fire. There's an errant pass by Bollinger, goes out of bounds, trying to find Rice along the sideline. So the Braves turn it over. 10:33 to go. Fulton calling a play for Wesleyan. The Braves playing man-to-man, but Niedig clearly prepared to help off his man if it goes down low to Lund. There's a long 3 missed by Johnson. Niedig rebounds it, gets it up court to Mitchell. Now the alley-oop to Titus Rice goes over his head. Mitchell's going to get a lecture. As Hill comes back into the game, the lead stays at 2. They had the chance. Nobody was on Rice making that backdoor cut. The alley-oop, just too much alley and no oop at the end. What could have been 2 points becomes a turnover. And we are halfway through the second half. Fulton over to Marcus Ellis. Gets it to Ryan Hill. Hill picks up his dribble, gets it back into Ellis, cuts to the rim, no good. Bollinger with the board, gets it into Hollis Mitchell's hands, and a lot of contact there. Goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Wesleyan. Mitchell was knocked to the ground by Fulton, and they just call it out of bounds and give it to Wesleyan. 9:40 to go on the clock. Score's been stuck at 64-62 since that big three by Rice, and now an and one by Fulton as he got into the lane, drew the foul from Hollis Mitchell, and lays it in. And that ties it at 64. Fulton now at the line, 77% free throw shooter. Could give them the lead with this free throw, and he misses it. Rebounded by Rice. Will stay tied at 64. Rice hands it off to Devin Perez. Uses the screen by Bollinger. Will work it around the perimeter. Hollis Mitchell, pull-up jumper from long two-point range. He knocks it down, but boy, that shot has just mostly been a killer for the Braves tonight. Now they'll work it to Lunds down low, finishes through contact, and he's going to get a chance for a three-point play. Foul's called on Hollis Mitchell. That's going to be his second in just the last couple minutes as Alex Hasty checks on for Mitchell, and it'll switch Nedig over to the 1. Hasty will take over at the 4. Perez at the 2, Rice at the 3, and Bollinger the center. Lund's free throw is in, and the Coyotes take the lead back, 67-66. 9 minutes remaining, so still plenty of time. This one could go either way. Nedig working against Fulton, hands it off to Devin Perez. Well, Perez picks up his dribble, in some trouble, gets it to Nedig up top. Nedig will use the screen, works it in. Now back out over to Titus Rice for 3. Trying to draw the foul on the 3. No whistle. Not a lot of contact either. Here's Fulton, an open 3 on the other end. Missed. Bollinger went for the rebound. He's knocked to the ground by Lund. That's going to be 4 fouls on Jacob Lund. And he's going to come out. Raul Neri coming on. The referees talk about it. I believe they're discussing whether that was a loose ball foul or an offensive foul. They'll call it a loose ball foul, which means Logan Bollinger goes to the line for 1-and-1, as that was foul number 8 on the Coyotes. Eight and a half minutes exactly remaining on the clock. This is a tight one. 67-66, Coyotes ahead. They've led by as many as 14 in the first half, but ever since the Braves fought back from that, first free throw good by Bollinger to tie it back up. Ever since the Braves fought back from that, it's been no more than 1 or 2 possessions either way. The Braves have been behind more than they haven't. Second free throw by Bollinger. Rims out. Another rare miss by Logan Bollinger. We stay tied at 67. Fulton to bring it up the court. Titus Rice ready to defend him, but he passes that off to Trent Edwards. Now Fulton uses the screen, now kicks it back out. Here's a corner 3 by Gandy, off target, and that's a foul on Nedig, trying to go over Neri to grab the rebound. Foul number 5 on the Braves, foul number 3 on Nedig. Eric Stark is going to come in to give Bollinger a break. He's got 23 points tonight. Shot clock resets. Edwards, the inbound to Nedig, gets the steal, gets it over to Devin Perez, who lays it in easily on the fast break. Hustle play by Nedig leads to the run out, and the Braves are on top by 2. 8 minutes to go. It's Trent Edwards moving it to his right, swings it back out to Fulton on his left. Now he wants to drive. Fulton spots up for a long 3, right on target, and the Braves are down by 1 again. Timeout taken, a full timeout by Wesleyan. They're up by 1, 7:42 to go. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Premiering tonight on Lifetime.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. You, me, everything.
A Lifetime original movie.
I could fly higher than
Cece, I'm really scared.
We are not going to give up.
Idina Menzel, Nia Long.
For you are the wind beneath my wings.
I'll be there for however long you need.
Beaches premieres tonight at 8, 7 Central on Lifetime.
Every time the Braves make a run, it seems like the Coyotes have an answer, and that was the case there as the Braves battled up to a 2-point lead, and then a long three drilled by Jamon Fulton to give Wesleyan a 1-point lead again. 7:42 left here in the second half, or the game, I guess. Braves bringing it down the court. They're moving left to right, wearing gold. Wesleyan in purple, going the other way. Lindsay picks up his dribble, finds Jacob Niedig. Fulton's in his pocket, not giving him any room to operate. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Titus Rice to ISO. Little push off to get some room, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Used his forearm to try and clear space. .7:15 on the clock now. Braves still down 1, and now the ball in Wesleyan's hands. Eric Stark still in for Logan Bollinger, down low. Bollinger with 23 points, so we'll want to get him back in as soon as he's rested up. Gandy, a long pull-up two, rims out. Rebounded by Cam Lindsay. Swinging over to Hasty into Niedig's hands. Stark over to Titus Rice. Rice wants to drive, leaves his feet to pass. Niedig for three. No, not a three-point shooter. And it's back in Wesleyan's hands, and now we're going to have a foul on Eric Stark as he and the big man Raul Neri were battling for a position down low. We're going to see Bollinger re-enter the game for Eric Stark, and now Hollis Mitchell into the game. Alex Hasty comes out, so they're going to keep Niedig on. 6.5 to go here. Braves down 1. Still fighting. Neri's first of the 1-and-1 is no good. Titus Rice grabs the board. Both teams in the single bonus right now. Wesleyan has committed one more foul, 8, than the Braves 7. As Rice picks up his dribble, we'll swing it around the perimeter now. Hollis Mitchell at the top of the key. They close in on him. Now Logan Bollinger over to Jacob Niedig. Set for three. They got it. Missed that first one. He doesn't shoot many, doesn't make many, but they left him wide open. He had all day to think about that and calmly set his feet. Now Cam Lindsay into the passing lane with the steal on the fast break over to Niedig. Fake up off the glass. No. Missed the bunny, and now it's coming back the other way. Trent Edwards over to Fulton. Pass up the three, drives, down low to Neri, lays it in and ties it back up at 72. Niedig drew his man up into the air on that fast break, but couldn't finish. Now Titus Rice, a circus layup, falls on the reverse, puts the Braves back up by 2. Fulton in the corner, defended by Hollis Mitchell. Will move to his left, and now they'll trap him. He dribbles out of it, walks across, passes it out to Edwards. Here's Gandy at the top of the key, into Ryan Hill's hand. Hill's dangerous shooter, carries the ball. How many steps did he take there? And now Neri gets the follow through. Ties it up. Now Hollis Mitchell on the other end. Almost stolen, but Ryan Hill stepped on the line. We're tied up at 74, 4:53 on the clock. Cam Lindsay to inbound along the baseline. Gets to Niedig at the elbow, and he'll bring it out. He's defended by Lund, so there's a mismatch somewhere. Hollis Mitchell now working over to Cam Lindsay. Lindsay looks to drive, spins, passes it over to Titus Rice. Marcus Ellis fell to the ground trying to sell the foul. Doesn't get it. Rice into the lane with his left hand. What a move in the lane to lay it in. Rice has 20. Braves up 2. Marcus Ellis drives the floater. Good. So once again, it seems like they always have a response. Full timeout taken by Kansas Wesleyan. We'll take one as well. 4:16 on the clock. We are tied up. You're listening to KOFO.
Think you're fat? You might just be bloated. Find out by calling now for a free trial of New Biotics, the new breakthrough that flattens bloated bellies fast. For a free trial, call 1-800-956-8926. Strict limit of 1 per household.
I used to be plagued by pot belly and constant bloating. After taking New Biotics, my belly flattened and continues to get flatter. My sense of bloating and discomfort is gone.
If you've got a big belly, you might not be fat. You might just be bloated. New Biotics is scientifically formulated with natural ingredients to flatten bloated bellies fast by cleansing pounds of rotting food and toxic sludge from your body. It even combats periodic heartburn and acid reflux. If your belly flattening results are too dramatic, simply reduce use to every other day. Think you might be bloated? See how much flatter New Biotics makes your belly. But hurry, call now for details while we're still giving it away for free. 1-800-956-8926. That's 1-800-956-8926. 1-800-956-8926.
And we're coming out of the timeout now. Wesleyan once again had the response after the Braves took the lead, and we are tied back up at 76. 4:16 left on the clock. Lund is back into the game for Wesleyan, playing with 4 fouls. So we'll see if the Braves want to take it right at him. They'll have him defending Niedig, which is probably wise, as Niedig not the type to drive and draw a lot of fouls. Here's Titus Rice. He is. He'll kick it out to Logan Bollinger. Bollinger drives, now kicks it out to Cam Lindsay for 3. Rims up and out. Now a tie-up going for that rebound. Possession arrow pointing the Coyotes' way. .352 left, still a tie game. Trent Edwards to bring it up for Wesleyan. Marcus Ellis at the top of the key, back into Edwards' hands, out on the right wing. Moving to his left, Bollinger comes out to defend him. Now we'll swing it around. Ryan Hill's got it on the left wing, working on Cameron Lindsay. Drives, now kicks out to a wide open Marcus Ellis for 3. Way off target. Cameron Lindsay with the rebound. Only hit glass, no rim. Rice over to Cam Lindsay, into Hollis Mitchell's hands. 3:15 on the clock. We're still tied up. Niedig has it. Swings over to Cam Lindsay. And here's Titus Rice, wants to get into the lane. Over to Hollis Mitchell, a step back 3 off the back of the iron. Niedig tracked back, tried to get that rebound, couldn't do it. Now fast break going the other way, and Hollis Mitchell fouls. Trent Edwards going up for the layup. And Edwards is going to go to the line for a pair with a chance to give the Coyotes a lead. We're tied up at 76, 2:51 remaining on the clock. Edwards has 2 big free throws here. The points are not coming easily for either team in this half, and he misses the first. Short. Fulton comes in for Marcus Ellis now for Wesleyan. Second shot up and good, so the Coyotes do get a lead, but it's only a 1-point lead. 77-76. Mitchell to set things up for OU. Bollinger at the elbow. Hands it off to Titus Rice, coming around the corner. Finds Hollis Mitchell. Drives. Now kicks it out to Cam Lindsay. He'll swing it over to Titus Rice, top of the key. He's defended by Gandy. He's got a height advantage there. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, fouls, and one. He got it to fall through the contact. Off the glass and in, and Titus Rice has been devastating driving to the basket tonight. He's got 22 and a chance to make it 23. Alex Hasty now to check on, but it's going to be for the shooter, Titus Rice. They want him to hit this and then put Hasty in for defensive value. Rice hits the free throw. Hasty will come in for him. 2:27 on the clock. The Braves are back up by 2 in a seesaw battle here at Wilson Fieldhouse. Bolton running the one for K-Dub. Brings it up the court, passes half court. He's defended by Hollis Mitchell. Gets it into Ryan Hill's hands. He drives. Once again, he holds that ball up against his chest and takes 3 steps at a time as he drives. And they have not called it at all today. And now a foul called, I believe that's on Bollinger, as Lund tried to get around him. That's going to be on Hasty. Should be 1-1. And it's actually going to be Hill, not Lund, at the line. First free throw is good. Pulls the Coyotes to within 1. Second free throw now, up and in. 2:04 on the clock. We're once again tied up. And the Braves want a timeout. It'll cross the timeline. Call for the timeout. 1:59 on the clock. We're tied up at 79. It'll be a full timeout. We'll come back with 2 minutes left. Braves tied up here on KOFO.
As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. So turn your mobile phone into a business phone system with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. Make and receive business calls using our iPhone and Android apps. Get a new business number or keep your current one. Forward your calls to any phone and even get your voicemails transcribed. Join over 250,000 small businesses who stay connected with Grasshopper. See how it works at grasshopper.com, the entrepreneur's phone system.
At Twinings of London, we have black, green and herbal teas that are perfect for any mood. There's jasmine green if you're feeling rushed. Lemon and ginger if you're worn down. Or berry fusion if you're feeling wild. No matter what flavor you pick, it's crafted with 300 years of expertise for the perfect balance of taste, flavor and aroma. You have to like the sound of that. Twinings of London, teas that fit your every mood.
We're back in Wilson Fieldhouse. 1:59 left on the clock. And we're tied up at 79. Cam Lindsay to inbound for the Braves. Along the sideline here. Hollis Mitchell will set the offense up. Defended by Fulton out near the timeline. Gets it over to Niedig. Niedig to Logan Bollinger. They close in on him. Leave Niedig open for 3. He's off target. Now Hill with the board and can take it the other way. Niedig rarely shoots threes, doesn't convert a lot of them, but he's attempted 3 here in the second half. He did hit the last one before that, but not the guy you want shooting from long range, especially in this situation. Here's Hill working it in, kicks it out. Fulton over to Trent Edwards. He's going to call a play with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Shoots a long 3, and they're going to call a foul on Titus Rice to give him 3 free throws. Rice moved in on him to try and close out on the 3-point attempt and got under him, and he landed on him, and that means 3 free throws for Trent Edwards with only 1:20 to go. Hits the first, and it's a 1-point lead for the Coyotes. second is up and good. So the missed three on one end and then the foul on the three on the other, putting the Braves in a bad situation here. And he hits all three of them. I don't think any of them even touched the rim. Clutch free throw shooting. And now Hollis Mitchell just about lost the ball, but that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Fulton as he dove, or rather Gandy, as he, no, it is Fulton, I'm sorry. He dove to try and get the steal and landed on Hollis Mitchell's feet as he tried to scoop it up. So Mitchell's going to go to the line for a couple of easy ones. Doesn't make up for giving up the three on the other end, but it does help get a couple of easy points. Now, for defensive purposes, Rice will come back to the bench, and Alex Hasty comes back in. Braves down 2. Mitchell to shoot one more. Hits it, and it's a one-point game, 1:18 to go. Fulton setting things up for Wesleyan. Over to Trent Edwards, moves to his right, kicks it out to Fulton. He's defended by Hollis Mitchell. Finds Ryan Hill, defended by Cameron Lindsay. Has it knocked away, but right into Edwards' hand. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Edwards working on Hasty. Now finds Lund underneath. Shot blocked with a lot of contact, and Lund's going to go to the foul line. Lund's a 65% free throw shooter, so the 2 points are not guaranteed here, but you'd much rather make him earn them in open play rather than at the free throw line. The first one is in. Pushes the lead back up to 2. Rice will come back in for Hasty now that the Braves will be back on offense. Second free throw is up. It was no good. Titus Rice grabs the board, so it's only a 2-point game. Mitchell will cross the timeline and call a timeout. The Braves will still have one remaining after this. Full timeout. So we'll take another 1-minute break and then be back. Braves are down by 2 here at home. Under a minute to go.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Yes, while Geico could help you rack up more moolah faster than you can say metamorphosis, they've also been the fastest growing auto insurer for more than 10 years. That's more like it. Furthermore, Geico has fast and friendly claim service. That might seem like an oxymoron, but it's not. All the more reason to say no other auto insurer has more than Geico. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Hi, I'm Jen O'Neill.
And I'm Jeff Manheimer.
And we're the founders of Tripping.com, the world's largest site for vacation rentals. Tripping.com is the fastest and easiest way to book vacation homes. We'll show you all available rentals from VRBO, TripAdvisor, Booking.com, and more.
Visit Tripping.com today to book rentals in Panama City Beach, San Diego, Gulf Shores, Aspen, and international spots like Barcelona, Montreal, and Bora Bora. That's TRIPPING.com.
To book a place to stay, visit Tripping.com today.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse. 48.6 seconds left on the clock. The Braves are down 2. Cam Lindsay to inbound along the sideline here. Gets it into Hollis Mitchell. Mitchell at the top, setting it up, gets it over to Lindsay on the left wing. And he'll find Logan Bullinger. Hollis Mitchell now for a 3. He hits the floor. No foul called. Misses. Rebounded by Lund. Wesleyan has it, 30 seconds left, and OU has to foul, and this is going to give Trent Edwards a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Trent Edwards with 17 points tonight, their leading scorer, and they just continue to put him on the line. 30 seconds even left on the clock, and he makes the first. (84-81). The referee's discussing something before they let him shoot the second free throw. Not sure what it was, but now they'll give him the ball back. And he misses the second, so it stays a one-possession game. Braves down by 3. Here's Titus Rice bringing it up. Gets to the lane and lays it in off the glass. Clutch drive by Titus Rice. And they're going to call a timeout to get Hasty back in for Rice. We'll keep it right here with the Braves down just 1, 22.6 showing on the clock. They'll have to try and get a steal on the inbound. If they don't, it'll have to be a quick foul. Titus Rice now with a game-high 25 points, and him getting into the lane has been the best source of offense for OU tonight. Logan Bollinger has 23, but he's been stuck on that number for a while. He has not scored a lot of points down the stretch. But Trent Edwards has certainly come up huge for Wesleyan despite missing that second free throw there. He's got 17 points and has made some key baskets down the stretch, as has Jamon Fulton, who's knocked down a couple of big threes here in the second half. And the Braves about ready to take the court. 22 and a half seconds to go. A one-point game. They will have to try and force a steal on the inbound, and if they can't get that, then they'll have to foul as quickly as possible. And Wesleyan, other than the big man Lund, who's unlikely to have the ball in his hands in this situation, doesn't really have a bad free throw shooter out there. And they get it into Fulton, and he's quickly fouled. A 77% free throw shooter. They'll shoot 2 with the Braves down 1 right now. 21.2 to go. First free throw rims in. And it's a 2-point game. And if he makes this one, the Braves will be in a position where they'll have to think about trying a 3. You don't want to push the 3 too early if you think you can get a 2 on a quick foul, but time is not on the Braves' side, and Fulton's second free throw is good and does make it a 3-point game. We're going to have another full timeout, and we'll go ahead and take a quick break and then be back with 21 seconds left. You're listening to Braves basketball.
The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo is set for Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th. Vendor registrations are now being accepted. As a merchant, this is your chance to showcase your products and services, meet your customers, share important information about your business. Plus, as a participating merchant, you are guaranteed a consistent advertising campaign promoting your business, your merchandise, and when you will be at the expo. Contact KOFO now. Email at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220. The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo, 8:30 to 4 Saturday, March 4th, 11 until 3 Sunday, March 5th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Get your registration in today, and the KOFO marketing team can help with booth preparation and product display, space rental fee, and promotion. Just email sales at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse. 21.2 seconds remaining on the clock. The Braves are down 3 with the ball. They will either have to get an open look or they will have to get it to the basket quickly and then commit another foul. Inbound to Hollis Mitchell. Taking it down over Logan Bollinger. He's going to shoot for the 3. No good, but Nita gets the offensive board. Here's Mitchell over to Cam Lindsay. A deep 3, way off target. Loose ball. Titus Rice gets the offensive board. Mitchell for another 3. Rims out, no good, and OU's going to lose this one. And there may have been a foul with a fraction of a second left on the clock, but it's not going to make any difference. The Braves have just lost to a 3-9 team in KCAC play. sort of outcome you can't afford when you're trying to establish yourself in the top half of the conference. And coming off those two big wins over Southwestern and Bethany, this is a hard one to swallow. They'll put 0.2 of a second on the clock and have Lund shoot the free throws just to be technically accurate. He misses the first. Second one is in. And that'll end it. 87-83, Kansas Wesleyan comes into Ottawa and walked away with just their 4th victory of the KCAC season. A struggling team that had won only one of their last 7 games. Able to keep this one close and even on their side for most of the game, and results in a tough outcome for the Braves. We'll go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be back with the recap and listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Yes, while Geico could help you rack up more moolah faster than you can say metamorphosis, they've also been the fastest growing auto insurer for more than 10 years. That's more like it. Furthermore, Geico has fast and friendly claim service. That might seem like an oxymoron, but it's not. All the more reason to say no other auto insurer has more than Geico. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where this was a tough one to swallow for the men's team. They start out cold, and Wesleyan starts out just hitting everything they toss at the basket. They fall down 10-0 early, and Wesleyan led by as many as 14. But the Braves were able to fight back throughout the remainder of the first half and even took the lead briefly, although Wesleyan would end the half on a run and end up with a 4-point lead, 45-41 at halftime. You still felt like the Braves were the better team and were showing it down the stretch during that first half, but then in the second half could never gain any separation. They kept taking leads, but they wouldn't last long, as Wesleyan always seemed to have a response every time the Braves would come up with a couple of big shots, and in the end, they just had one too many responses, and they end up coming up with a 87-83 victory over the Braves here at Wilson Fieldhouse, dropping the OU men's team to 7-7, back to 500 in conference play, and probably slipping down from 5th to 7th in the conference, depending on how the other games go today. So a disappointing result for the Braves against a team that had won only 3 games in conference play up until tonight, but you can't win them all, and they'll have to bounce back, and they've got another chance to play a team with a losing record in Oklahoma Wesleyan, hopefully pick up another win and get themselves back on the right side of 500 Wednesday night. Again, they'll be at home for that one. So that will do it from Wilson Fieldhouse here in Ottawa. Been listening to Braves basketball. The women won their game, but the men dropped theirs to Kansas Wesleyan. We'll be back on Wednesday with 2 more games, and then Thursday with Hoop Talk. Thanks for listening. I'm David Potter with KOFO Sports.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. For more information about our next OU Brave sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO Sports page.